Let me take a deep breath with you because what I'm about to say is urgent and meant just for you. Right now, there are people watching this who feel restless, pacing the floor at night, with their minds racing endlessly in search of answers that refuse to come. You wake up before dawn, not by choice, but because the heavy weight on your chest steals your rest. You look at your life and wonder, when will it change? When will it finally happen for me? How long must I wait? In that quiet, heavy moment, I want to speak directly to your soul. Stop worrying. Stop tormenting yourself with the endless what-ifs and imagined disasters that will never come. This season, this waiting, is not abandonment. It is preparation. God is not finished with you, and massive divine doors are being readied for you. Even if they seem locked now, even if your strength has failed you trying to push them open. That silence is not rejection, it's the calm before your breakthrough. Asterisk now. Imagine this moment like the dark soil beneath a mighty tree. You don't see the growth happening underground, but deep beneath the surface. Roots are spreading wide and strong, preparing to anchor you firmly when the storm comes. That storm, it's not your enemy, it's the very thing that will force those roots to dig deeper and hold tighter. You might feel like you're stuck, like every day is the same grind with no progress in sight. But this is exactly where your character is being forged. The pain, the loneliness, the doubt, they are all shaping you into a person who can handle what's next. Remember, diamonds only form under pressure, and you, too, are being transformed in the hidden places where no one else can see. So keep going, even when the path seems unclear, because your breakthrough is closer than you think now. Think about every small action you take today as a seed planted in the future. Each choice, each habit, no matter how tiny, is setting the stage for what's to come. Success is not some distant event that happens overnight. It's the result of consistent effort that compounds over time. Imagine the compound effect like rolling a snowball down a hill. At first, it's slow and small, but as it gains momentum, it grows bigger and faster until it becomes unstoppable. The key is to never underestimate the power of small wins because they build your confidence and your capacity to handle bigger challenges. When you embrace patience and persistence, you unlock the ability to turn dreams into reality. Your future self will thank you for every moment you decided not to give up. Keep planting those seeds, and watch your life blossom in ways you never imagined next. Imagine your mind as a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, doubt, and fear, you'll grow a garden full of weeds that choke your potential. But if you deliberately plant positive, empowering thoughts, nurture them with focus and belief, your mind will bloom with creativity, confidence, and resilience. This mental environment shapes your actions and your reality. When challenges arise, you'll have the strength to face them head-on because your garden is strong and thriving. The more you practice gratitude and visualize success, the more your brain rewires itself to find opportunities and solutions rather than obstacles. Your mindset becomes the foundation of your journey, and without it, no amount of talent or effort will take you far. Cultivate your thoughts carefully, because they are the blueprint of everything you will become. Now, let's dive into the power of habits, the invisible architecture behind every successful person's life. Habits are actions you perform almost automatically, like brushing your teeth or checking your phone. The secret is that these small repeated actions build up over time, creating massive results without you even noticing day to day. The key is to identify the habits that support your goals and make them non-negotiable. Whether it's dedicating just 10 minutes a day to learning, journaling your progress, or setting clear priorities each morning, these habits compound like interest in a bank account. On the other hand, bad habits like procrastination, mindless scrolling, or negative self-talks slow you down and drain your energy. The battle for your future is won or lost in these tiny moments repeated endlessly. You don't need radical change overnight. Start with one habit, make it part of your routine, and watch how it transforms your productivity and mindset. Step by step. Habits aren't just behavior, they're your destiny in motion. Now imagine the impact of environment on your habits and motivation. Your surroundings influence your behavior more than you realize. If you want to develop positive habits, the first step is to design your environment to support them. Remove distractions that pull you away from focus. Put your phone on silent or out of reach. Clear your workspace and surround yourself with reminders of your goals. Visual cues can be incredibly powerful. Sticky notes with motivational quotes, a vision board with your dreams, or even apps that block time-wasting websites help keep your mind aligned with your priorities. Conversely, toxic environments filled with negative influences or clutter make it harder to stay consistent and motivated. The environment acts like an invisible script, guiding your actions even when you don't consciously notice it. When you take control of your surroundings, you're setting yourself up for success by making good choices, the default, while bad habits become inconvenient and less appealing. This subtle shift can dramatically increase your ability to stick to habits and maintain momentum over the long run. Understanding the power of cues and triggers in habit formation is essential. Every habit begins with a cue event or signal that prompts your brain to initiate a behavior. This could be something as simple as waking up, seeing your running shoes by the door, or feeling stressed after work. These cues activate automatic routines your brain follows almost without thinking. If you can identify what triggers your current habits, you can start to reshape them by changing the cue or how you respond to it. For example, if stress triggers unhealthy snacking, you might replace the snack with a quick walk or deep breathing exercise. Recognizing the chain reaction from cue to routine to reward helps you break bad habits and create good ones. Reinforcing positive behaviors with satisfying rewards makes your brain associate the habit with pleasure, increasing the chances you'll repeat it. This cycle of cue, routine, and reward is the fundamental habit loop that governs much of your daily behavior. By mastering this loop, you gain control over your habits rather than letting them control you, opening the door to lasting change and improvement. Now, let's dive deeper into the crucial role of motivation in building habits. Motivation acts as the fuel that powers the habit loop, especially when the cues alone aren't enough to trigger the routine. Early on, when a habit is new, motivation plays a massive role. Without a strong desire or reason, the behavior won't stick. But here's the catch. Motivation naturally fluctuates over time. Some days you'll feel pumped and ready to go. Other days, not so much. This is why relying solely on motivation can make habits fragile and inconsistent. The key is to design your habits so they require less effort and mental energy, making them almost automatic. This can be done by breaking habits into smaller, manageable steps that feel easy to accomplish. Over time, repetition creates momentum, and what once required motivation gradually becomes a natural part of your routine. That's when habits truly transform from deliberate actions into effortless behaviors, seamlessly integrated into your daily life without draining your willpower or energy. Next, let's explore the power of environment and how it shapes your habits without you even realizing it. The environment you place yourself in is like the silent architect of your behavior. Subtle cues embedded in your surroundings can either reinforce good habits or sabotage them entirely. For example, if you want to read more, placing books in visible, accessible spots can gently nudge you to pick them up. Conversely, if junk food is constantly within arm's reach, it's almost impossible to resist snacking mindlessly. This means that controlling your environment is one of the most effective, yet often overlooked, strategies for habit change. By redesigning your space to support your desired habits, removing temptations, creating clear signals, and organizing tools, you create an ecosystem where the right behaviors become easier and wrong behaviors require more effort. This tactic reduces reliance on sheer willpower, which is limited and gets depleted throughout the day. When your environment works for you, habits are triggered naturally and consistently, making change more sustainable over the long term. Now, let's dive into the crucial role of identity in shaping your habits and why this is a game changer for lasting transformation. Most people focus only on what they want to achieve, like losing weight, writing a book, or learning a language, but the real secret lies in who you believe you are. When habits align with your self-image, they stick because they reinforce your sense of identity. For example, instead of setting a goal to run 3 times a week, you shift your focus to becoming a runner. This subtle shift makes decisions easier because every action is a vote for the type of person you want to become. The brain loves consistency, so when your habits support your identity, they no longer feel like chores but rather expressions of who you are. Over time, your behaviors solidify your identity, and your identity solidifies your behaviors, a powerful loop that drives permanent change. This approach is far more motivating and sustainable than relying on temporary goals or external rewards, and it's the cornerstone of true habit mastery. Transform your habits and your identity. If you want true, lasting change, it's not enough to just focus on what to do. You need to change who you believe you are. When your habits reflect your identity, transformation happens naturally. Want to learn more about how to master your habits and create a life aligned with who you want to be? Follow our YouTube channel for in-depth, practical content on personal development, productivity, and growth. Subscribe to our channel and start your journey of change from the inside out.